कहीं तो कुछ एरिया होगा ना जहाँ पे हग रहा है इंसान।
मैं क्यों हर स्टेप पे पैसा बचा रही हूँ?
कौन है भाई ये भगवान का बंदा?
If I choose to explore, like quit the job and explore, then how should the investment look like?
ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि जब भी एक्सप्लोर कर रहे हो कि अपनी पूरी फाइनेंशियल सिक्योरिटी खत्म कर दो।
Hi guys, I'm Mitali. I'm 24 years old and I'm a UX researcher. Apart from work, I like to play sports like basketball. I also travel and I like to do modeling, painting sometimes. To further, explore these hobbies, I wanted some financial advice from Anshuman, which is why he's here to help me today.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Fix Your Finance powered by Cred. First of all, happy Diwali guys. Today I've got 24-year-old Mitali, who's a UX researcher and who has recently shifted to Bangalore. First of all, happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
I don't think you are very happy about Diwali because you are wearing a t-shirt and your house also has no decoration.
I've always celebrated it at home, so I don't really celebrate Diwali here.
So for you, which city is better, Bangalore or Bombay?
Bombay, definitely.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because you didn't look very sure. Growing up, how was your relationship with money?
So, पापा ने हमेशा सिखाया कि मतलब तुम्हें पैसा दिया है तो you have to use it nicely. I mean, conservatively. And then that carry forward. And then the question started coming कि मैं क्यों, मतलब मुझे ऐसा होता था कि घर से जॉब तक जाने के लिए 30 रुपए का ऑटो भी था बट मैं पैदल भी जा सकती थी. I used to go walking for 20 minutes. And then I started questioning it कि मैं क्यों हर स्टेप पे पैसा बचा रही हूँ. And then that's when this question started coming कि what is my relationship with money?
It's always complicated.
That's what she said.
And then I started exploring books. That's how I found your channel as well. So
Have you learned anything from the channel?
yeah, definitely.
So please like guys. अभी कभी like करो, subscribe करो. The first job की salary कितनी थी?
45.
45,000
Yeah.
in hand.
In hand.
And is it the same company where you're currently working?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your current income?
Now it's 60.
60,000. Was 45,000 rupees enough to survive in Bangalore by yourself?
Yeah, so it actually depends a lot how you are managing where you stay and how much you want to spend on rent, etc. I think it is manageable because earlier I used to stay in a place where I had to pay 20k rent. So kuch nahi bachta tha. Okay. So then I shifted to a place half the price. Now I'm paying 10k rent.
Okay, what about food? How do you manage your food?
So this 10k rent includes food, everything.
कौन है भाई ये भगवान का बंदा 10,000 में खाना दे रहा है?
So it's like a local PGs are there a lot. When you're coming to Bangalore and you want to find a reasonable place, you'll roam around the streets. That's the best way to find a PG. And I found this guy who's like PG था, नीचे वो आंटी घर का खाना रोटियाँ गरम वगैरह अच्छा good food. So it's all sorted. Electricity, Wi-Fi, everything included.
Swiggy, Zomato ये सब करते हैं?
So I'm into sports and fitness, तो वो बहुत कम रहता है. Actually, it goes to 4,000 because the PG has a time. So if it is not, I cannot eat there, then I find like local mess.
So around 4,000, 5,000 पकड़ के चल सकते हैं, ठीक है.
Yes.
What about traveling? Do you have to visit your office every day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost.
So how do you do that? वही पैदल?
हाँ, otherwise Rapido is there, so I just it's very cheap.
Okay.
So the expense is around 1,000, 1,500 a month.
How do you spend your weekends?
So I have this thing कि I will travel somewhere once a month, okay. And then I've kept the 10k that I saved from my rent. That's where it goes.
अच्छा, 10k travel dedicated every month.
Yeah.
You said you are into fitness.
Yes.
Right? Is there any expenditure associated with that? Gym वगैरह?
कोई अखाड़ा
क्या बोला तूने?
Some basketball subscription, कुछ भी ऐसा है?
Weekly once, weekends भी वैसे जाते हैं. The weekends that I don't travel, I go around.
So that's another
1,500 a month.
1,500 a month.
Yeah.
So till now, if I look at your expenses, then it's a very disciplined life. But where are you fucking up? कहीं तो कुछ area होगा ना जहाँ पे हग रहा है इंसान. So what's that area?
Yeah.
Do you have any?
Yeah. Because of this traveling hobby that I've developed, अभी iPhone लिया so that wherever I travel, I need to have good content basically. Okay. And कभी-कभी travel ज़्यादा हो जाता है. मतलब for example, I went to Himachal for a month. So वहाँ पे actually 2 हफ्ते का plan था, but we ended up staying for a month.
और तब तो 10,000 रुपए में हो ही नहीं सकता है. That must be a way bigger expense.
Yeah.
Right. iPhone EMI में लिया कि one time? EMI में लिया. तो उस EMI का कितना चल रहा है अभी?
2k per month.
2k per month. कितने month?
25 down payment था and then.
अच्छा.
Yeah.
I think traveling में we instead of 10k, we should बजट अराउंड 15-17K ऑन एन एवरेज,
एवरेज, हाँ.
है ना, वो हो जाना चाहिए. और दूसरा है आईफोन का 2000, ठीक है. बट जनरली ना एक आईफोन जैसे एक फ़ोन है, वो एक स्मार्टफोन यूज़ ही इंसान 3-4 साल के लिए करेगा,
हाँ.
है ना. उसमें इफ़ यू आर पेइंग फॉर 2 years एंड लेट्स से बीच में अगर खो जाए फ़ोन या कुछ होगा तो बहुत दर्द होगा.
हाँ.
तो इतना लंबा EMI जनरली लेना नहीं चाहिए.
हाँ.
तो ये सारे खर्चों के बाद ऑन एन एवरेज कितना बचता है हर महीने?
15 to 20 बच जाता है.
बहुत ही सही. दैट्स लाइक ऑलमोस्ट 1/3 ऑफ योर इनकम.
या
So how do you utilize this 15-20,000 rupees every month?
वो फिलहाल अभी आई जस्ट लाइक कीप इट इन अ बैंक अकाउंट, अनदर लाइक सेपरेट बैंक अकाउंट, बिकॉज कुछ ट्रस्टेबल सोर्स नहीं है कि जहाँ से मैं कि हाँ इसमें इन्वेस्ट करूँ.
So currently you're not investing anything at all. You haven't
No.
started your investing journey. ठीक है. But if I do the simple math, your annual income must be 8 lakhs के around. है ना?
Right.
Which means that you are in the 20% tax bracket. If you do not invest in tax saving instruments, then you have to pay a huge amount.
Right.
But you can save a very big part of this amount if you're investing 50,000 rupees in national pension scheme.
National Pension Scheme is a completely tax-free investment tool started by the government to improve pension services in India. Based on your risk profile, the scheme is divided into 4 asset classes that one can invest in: equity, government securities, corporate bonds, and alternate assets. Since this is the pension scheme, there is a lock-in till the age of 60. At 60, you have an option of redeeming a maximum of 60% of your corpus. The rest 40% becomes an annuity that provides a fixed monthly pension to fund your retirement. The most remarkable feature of the NPS is EEE, which is exempt on investment, exempt on capital gains, and exempt on redemption at the time of retirement. If you want to learn about NPS in detail, leave a comment below and I'll make a video very soon.
दूसरा, you can invest 10-12,000 rupees every month in either ELSS funds.
Okay.
ELSS mutual funds are equity based mutual funds which have a lock in period of 3 years, and whatever you're investing in that fund, in that category of fund, up to 1.5 lakhs, that amount every year is tax exempted. So अगर 8 लाख है इनकम, 1.5 लाख रुपए ELSS म्यूचुअल फंड में डाला तो 1.5 लाख निकल जाएगा. सो योर नेट टैक्सेबल इनकम इज 6.5 lakhs. उसके बाद अगर 50,000 रुपीज नेशनल पेंशन स्कीम में लगाया, सो अनदर 50,000 रुपीज इज रिमूव्ड. फिर 6 लाख हो जाती है टैक्सेबल इनकम. So here only you are saving a lot of money. That's the thing. Plus if you have HRA benefit, do you have HRA? तो वो भी exempt हो जाएगा. And the thing is, there is a rule that if you can bring down your net income below 5 lakhs, तो फिर बाद में 2.5 to 5 lakhs वाला भी tax लगेगा नहीं.
Right.
So first things first, start investing to not pay someone else. Of course it's the government, but सबको दुख होता है tax pay करने में. Right? Moving on to our rapid fire round. इसमें सारे आंसर एकदम फटाफट देने, ठीक है, बिना सोचे. द फर्स्ट थिंग दैट कम्स इनटू योर माइंड, ठीक है. इफ मनी वाज आउट ऑफ कंसिडरेशन, देन वुड यू कंटिन्यू डूइंग व्हाट यू आर डूइंग राइट नाउ?
I would go for full time basketball.
Shopping, travel, hobbies. If you had an unlimited budget for one of these, which one would you choose?
Hobbies.
ठीक है. What kind of hobbies would you like to pursue?
I want to pursue filmmaking and travel भी है, उसी में है.
Basically उड़ना चाहती हूँ, गिरना चाहती हूँ.
बस रुकना नहीं चाहता.
One career advice you would give to your 22-year-old self?
Okay, at 22 I used to think कि एक ऐसा जॉब जो सिर्फ पे दे and I'll just work. It will be just a job and मेरा इंटरेस्ट कहीं और है. So that thing doesn't really work for me. Wherever I am, I would suggest my 22-year-old self कि find a job that you love, because you won't be able to compromise at one place and compensate at other.
रांची बहुत सिंपल सी बात कहता है, जो काम में मजा है उसे अपना प्रोफेशन बनाओ, फिर काम काम नहीं खेल लगेगा.
So I had a few questions for you. So इंडिया में जो जिन्होंने भी इंजीनियरिंग किया है, it's mostly the case कि पेरेंट्स ने बोला इसलिए किया, irrespective of whether I like the course or not, because I did, but तो वो एक ईगो रह जाता है कि मुझे मेरे मन का नहीं करने को मिला. सो आफ्टर यू ग्रेजुएट एंड जॉब आता है, नाउ आई एम फाइनेंशियली इंडिपेंडेंट. नाउ इट्स लाइक आई वांट टू एक्सप्लोर एंड डिस्कवर व्हाट आई वांट टू डू, राइट? सो हाउ डू आई ड्रॉ दैट बेस लाइन वेयर कि I have to invest this much amount per month or per year so that I am not like completely broke at 29 or 31 when I actually want to start a family, when I actually want to be secure.
So how often do you travel these days in a month?
Once a month.
That's happening because you have a stable income coming.
Right.
ठीक है, तो उसके वजह से you have the liberty to travel.
Yeah.
now instead of once a month you can also travel twice a month. इसको side project की तरह देखो. Reason being, if you stop your income source right now, then you don't have any money to explore, to travel, you know. The second thing that you can do is, which according to me is a hack, find the top travel vloggers in the country, send them a cold email of how you can help them in their process. Start working there as an intern for the next 1.5 years, ठीक है. 6 months भी, ठीक है. 10-15 हज़ार देंगे, नहीं दे तो भी चलेगा. साइड में जॉब भी करो, एंड देन अंडरस्टैंड द ट्रिक्स ऑफ द ट्रेड. तो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि जब भी एक्सप्लोर कर रहे हो कि अपनी पूरी फाइनेंशियल सिक्योरिटी खत्म कर दो. वरना होगा क्या कि 6 महीने में ना, इफ यू डोंट मेक मनी एज अ ट्रैवल व्लॉगर, यू विल बी सो फ्रस्ट्रेटेड दैट यू विल एंड अप लीविंग इट एंड यू आर बैक टू स्क्वायर वन.
If I choose to explore, like quit the job and explore, then how should the investment look like?
Looking at your current lifestyle, which is also not at all, you know, very lavish or anything, सिर्फ investment में जीना is very difficult. To figure out how much you need in your portfolio to just live off on that, there is a concept called FIRE. Financial Independence.
I saw your video on that,
Yeah. Calculate your annual expenses and multiply it by 30 or 35.
Right.
Generally it's 25, but in your case, you are just currently, you are solo. But 5-10 साल बाद members वगैरह आ सकते हैं. So if you want to just live off on your investments, तो ये calculation करना जरूरी है. But at this point, I think ये आप exercise कर लो. But कोई भी combination में ये पॉसिबल ही नहीं हो सकता कि हर अगले 3-4 साल में आपके पूरे एक्सपेंसेस आपके इन्वेस्टमेंट से निकल जाए. बिकॉज वी आर यंग एंड इट्स we don't have time. For this we need at least 10-15 years and we have to invest 60 to 70% of our income. Anyone who is in this industry, right, ये जो थोड़ा freelancing type का self employed वाला जो industry है, the biggest advantage you can have is to keep your fixed expenses very low. Rent कम रखो, ऑफिस अगर जा रहे हो तो ऑफिस के पास रहो, ये सारी चीजें रखो, सो दैट व्हाट हैपेंस इज व्हेन यू डू नॉट हैव अ लॉट ऑफ मनी, तो बाहर जाना, ट्रैवलिंग करना, वो सब तो बंद हो ही जाना है. बट उस केस में अगर आपका रेंट ही 1 लाख रुपए है, अगर आपको ऑफिस जाने में हर महीने 20,000 रुपए जा रहे हैं, तो पैसे बचने के स्कोप ही नहीं बचते.
लास्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर यू इज, आई डोंट हैव अ क्रेडिट कार्ड नाउ, बट आई हैव हर्ड कि वो क्रेडिट स्कोर से आई कैन यूज इट फॉर लोन्स एंड इट इज वेरी बेनिफिशियल. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, व्हाट इज अ गुड क्रेडिट कार्ड?
सो लाइक इन योर केस, यू लव टू ट्रैवल एंड ऑलमोस्ट 15-20,000 रुपीज इज गोइंग देयर, तो आपको ऐसा क्रेडिट कार्ड ले सकते हो जिसमें बहुत सारे ट्रैवल के ऑफर्स हो. सो व्हाट आई डू इज, आई एम अ क्रेडिट मेंबर, ऑल माय क्रेडिट कार्ड्स आर ऑन द ऐप. ठीक है, तो उसमें पता चलता है कि कौन से कार्ड के साथ कौन से ऑफर्स हैं. तो मेक माई ट्रिप और बहुत सारे ट्रैवल पार्टनर्स के कई सारे ऑफर्स मेरे कार्ड में.
Thanks a lot, Anshuman. That were all my questions, and you gave like great solutions. Thanks.
It was my pleasure to do this.
I think guys, तुम subscribe कर सकते हो, काफी useful solutions देता है.
तो अगर वीडियो अच्छा लगा तो अभी कभी सब्सक्राइब करो. Goodbye.